check my bio. Pressure getting applied on D-Rhyme. Go mode, like, share, subscribe. At you with my promo. P5 my mojo, I'm Big Will with the blitz. If you wanna kick back, holla at the yo getting rich. As for me and quality, we gon' report to hustle. Coming strong with discussion, imposing the muscle.
AKA quality with your neighborhood brother. TV and getting in my process me. We're a team with a dream, trying to make your team. Put the fire to the face, maybe put it in the bag, throw that shit in the trash. Ain't no us without you, so you part of the crew. Time to part, y'all. Please support y'all. Welcome to H-Town. We breaking it all down.
This shit a vibe for real. This for the city for real. HTBC, we in this thing for real. From the north to the south to the east to the west. H-Town by you city, you know who do it the best. We win the by committee. Ain't no I in team. Moved out my mama house. Now we reign the supreme. Talk to us. We talk back in the comments. Gotta measure this game. Give it to you in increments.
Yo. Welcome to another episode of H-Town Bayou City. We on number 36. And what that mean, y'all? Who know what number 36 is?
What number 36 is?
Oh, y'all done fell off? Yeah, every time I got one lined up, y'all jump in there. I don't know what number 36 is. I don't know what number 36 is. I can't remember.
All right. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a secret Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So Jerome, the bus.
The Bettis. Yes, the bus.
Jerome Bettis, the bus.
The bus. We got it. Yeah.
Hey. We can run with that. We can run with that one. So I see I'm going to have a whole list of them because every time I got one in mind, y'all jump in there with one of them. This time, nobody knew. That's crazy.
So what your 36 is? Talk to her. Who your 36?
I ain't had one. I ain't had one.
There. Yeah,
I ain't had one. Hey,
look,
no.
That's so unlike you.
Hey, man. So look.
I just knew he had somebody.
Yeah, that's so unlike you, man.
Hey, but no, that's hey, Jerome Bettis is good enough, man. We can't leave him out the conversation about football. Period. Y'all know that how the bus get down. So hey, man, but welcome to another episode. You know, how was y'all week going?
Hey man, I can't complain. You know me, I'm gonna stay booked and busy, as they say. You know me, that's it.
But, hey,
that's
man,
all.
you know what? Let me do it the right way. First off, I want to introduce my all-star panel. I want to introduce my all-star panel. We do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start all the way to the end. The brother with the maroon on, you know, he gonna call it right down the line like a referee. He all about accountability. Go introduce yourself, good brother.
What's happening, team? Welcome to H-Town Bayou City Podcast. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I am your boy, N-A-T, Silent E, a.k.a. Quality.
Hey, next we gotta introduce Mr. Slick Talking Game. You gotta pick up what he putting down. He gonna give you the streets perspective, bring it on home. He always in the streets talking to the youth. Hey man, without further ado, gonna introduce yourself, OG.
Hey man, you know who it is, Rich Blackman, aka Rich Uncle Pitty Bass, aka I can't say it on here, but Friday and maybe Sunday you hear me say it. But you know what it is, man. Hey, we here to do it, man. That's Paul.
That's Paul, man. And myself, I'm T Ben, your neighborhood brother. Salute to the panel, salute to the audience. We ready to get it in. And you know, Big Yogi, he gotta work. You know how it is sometimes, but I know he watching. He might pop in here a couple times. You know how he get down. So Big Yogi, if you pop on in, you gotta get your proper introduction as well. So, but yeah, man, you say y'all weekend went well.
Yeah, man. You know, I can't complain. You know, hey, did some yard work, cut my grass and shit like that. But you know, nothing off the unusual, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready for back to school. You know, this is my last year. My baby girl, she gonna be a senior. She going back in August. You know, and they want everything they see on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So I'm trying to let her know, hey, we not rich. We gonna be rich, but we not there yet. And that's hard to get her to understand because I don't like to say no. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My fault. That's all my fault. But yeah, that's it, man. That's it.
Hey
That's
man,
it.
baby girl get everything that she
I was
wants.
just
What?
about to say,
I
that
wish
baby
you,
girl, man.
I
We
wish
can't
you was
even
a
front
hard
of
head. I go buy her some nice tees and some tennis shoes. Say, take your monkey ass on back to school. But them girls, they
it.
want fashion. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
she ain't going for that. She ain't going for
Who?
that, Rich.
He knows
Man,
she ain't
get
going
right.
for that.
Not
He
You
trying
know
to
knows
hear.
it.
My baby not trying to hear none of
that.
that. My baby not trying to hear none of that.
None
Trust
of
and
that.
believe. What?
Hey man, I would say, man, I had a great weekend. I had a good hike. Y'all know on Sundays I like to go hiking. It was hot, but hey, I like to getting out to the heat. Give me a little sweat on, clear my mind, get ready for the week. So I can't complain at all, man. It's a good week. I love the
Okay. Okay.
summertime. Yeah,
You
man.
went to the
Yeah,
movies? Did you go to the movies?
yeah, yeah. I took my daughter to see Toy Story 5.
Okay. How
Now,
was that now?
Good
hey,
Lord.
look, Toy Story 5 is a good
Oh,
movie, man. I love the
oh,
message in the movie. I love
I,
Toy Story. You can't nobody tell me
listen.
otherwise. Toy Story one of them ones.
Hey, I just asked. Listen, I just
Hey,
asked. Was it any hidden messages?
yeah, it was a couple of 'em, man. So the overall message was about these children and these devices that they're not playing outside with each other. That they,
Ah,
they losing the art of playing and having make believe
yeah, yeah,
games. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But they made it to where the devices and the toys they cooperated with
Teamed
each
up.
other to teamed up with each other. Now,
Okay.
the other little underlying theme that I caught on, and this is kind of where the world is going. So I'm just gonna lay it out how they was putting it out there. So they got it to where women are leading.
Huh?
They made it where women are leading. So they had
Uh,
the sheriff. I haven't seen part 4, so I don't know how they lead up to that, but
uh-huh.
Woody, he played, he's like the sheriff, he's the deputy, and you got the sheriff and you got Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
They fight over who gonna be the deputy. And then when Buzz Lightyear, he wanna propose to the sheriff, to the little
Yeah.
woman character. And so he trying to propose, so he get all nervous and she gonna take lead and what I'm saying, and dip them down when they have their wedding.
Uh,
So yeah, they threw that in the mix. But
okay,
that's the
okay.
world. That's the world we in. That's how things evolve. You
Now,
know.
do you think the women finna lead or can they lead?
Yeah, women can lead. Yeah, yeah, they can lead.
I just asked, brother. I just
You know.
asked.
You know that answer now. Come on now, Rich.
Now
You
you
don't
know
think
I'm gonna
women
say
can
hell
lead?
no, but I'm not gonna say that tonight. I'm
You
gonna
know.
say hell.
Well, let me ask you
Huh?
this then, because I don't know if that's a loaded question. Is that a loaded
No,
question?
let me tell you, because I saw a movie. I saw Odyssey
I
with
ain't
the
seen Odyssey.
Trojan horse. I saw that, and the woman was left to lead because the king, which was her husband, left, and he was
Okay.
gone for over 10 years. But when he left, he said, "Hey, take on another man so you can keep the kingdom, because they're not gonna let a woman sit on the throne without a king." So he left, and for 10 years, 10 years straight, every day for dinner, all the men would come to the palace and eat in front of her to try to impress her, and she would have to pick one. So her son went and found his daddy. He left. I'm gonna go find my daddy. And he found his daddy and came back. And he asked his mama, he said, "Look, I ain't find daddy, but I found his friend." He was lying to her. He said, "Go ahead and pick you a man so we won't have this war and we can settle it." As a leader, do you know she said, "Hell no, I picked war." But it was because she loved too hard. She wouldn't let another man get on the throne. So she asked him, listen, she said, "I'll marry any man here if you can string my husband's bow and shoot it through 20 axes into that circle like he used to do." Could no man do it. Her husband had a little thing on his head like he was a hobo. He said, "I ain't tried." They started laughing. "You can't do it." Shit, that nigga did one hand and shot that bitch. She knew that was her husband. She didn't have to ask because nobody could do it. But what I'm saying is, she wouldn't take the advice to say, "Hey, I'm not gonna start war. I'm gonna marry somebody." She said, "Nah, I'd rather start war and everybody die, even me and you, before I take another man." I was like, damn, that's loyal, but it wasn't smart. But that's why I was saying, if women lead, they don't have no compassion. She was like, everybody
Hey,
could die.
you know,
Everybody.
it reminds me. So I'm also watching the House of Dragons. I like the House of Dragons series. You know, it's
I'm on
based
it
off
too. I'm on it. Yeah, I'm on it.
so you know it's the same kind of theme. Where you know where they got
Yeah,
the woman leading,
yeah,
right?
yes,
Also,
yes.
so the only thing that so also I watched The Shot, the show called The Shot, right? I watched The
I'm
Shot.
watching it too. That girl you saw?
But check
Yes.
this out. But no, but
Okay.
so you know how oh buddy, you know how they propose to each other. So you can kind of see how this is theme over the last 15 years
Yes.
where you know they showing everybody can do the same things, right? So like I
Yep.
said, yeah, women can lead, but what I don't agree with is a woman proposing to a man. Now I'm gonna put my foot down on that one. I don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Like,
Why?
nah, I just don't believe. I just think the man should propose to the woman, not the other way around. That's why. That's the
Okay.
answer.
Okay. No, no. I'm with you. It's just some shit shouldn't change or shouldn't be, fuck with. I understand. I understand. I don't mean to say it like that, but I totally understand what you mean. Some traditions have to stay
Yeah,
the same. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's one of them that I just don't. You know, like, look, I'm not here to say what nobody should be out there doing on their end, but hey, man, as far as I'm
I,
concerned,
I
I
can
ain't
put
going
this,
for it.
fellas. We can start the show in 1 second. I gotta say this because I guess it's lined up for this. My oldest daughter, me and her mother is not together because at when I was 28 years old, she went and bought a diamond ring and proposed to me on my birthday, and I told her no. I told her no.
Man,
And listen, I didn't tell her no because she wasn't supposed to do it. I told her no because I had just came back home and I was getting on that money and I knew I wasn't ready to be married. And I thought that was the realest thing I ever done was not play with her. Because I could have married and played, but I knew I wasn't ready to settle down. You know what I'm saying? She asked me to do that on my birthday. Fellas, I hit for 20 racks. I wasn't trying to hit none of that. I'm in the streets. I was like, oh, and the girls on me, 20 racks. I'm taking care of home. But she like, nah, you got to be mine. I was like, nah, I'm good. And she
Rich,
didn't
was that the
understand
best
that.
decision?
Hell yeah, I chose me. That's always the best decision. I chose me in that. And it was a good
But the
decision because
queen, the queen
I
chose her.
I didn't want to hurt. I didn't want to hurt her. I was
The
not going to
queen,
be a good husband. I would not been
Rich,
a good husband.
listen
Huh?
to the listen to what I'm saying, Rich. The queen chose her, but you said on her behalf, she wasn't a good leader because she could
Okay.
be somewhat different. Like she ain't
Uh-huh.
looking. You choose
Yeah.
you, so that's the
Yeah.
same. That's the same thing, huh?
But I'm a man. I'm supposed to do that.
Okay,
A woman ain't supposed to do that. She
it's
that
absolutely.
actually when I was talking about the queen, she actually did the right thing because she chose her man. She chose her man. Fuck that. No other man can compare to this man I love. But for the sake of the kingdom and the republic, you got to do sometimes you got to go against what's right and do what's better for the kingdom. That's the thing when you lead people. You see what I'm saying? When you lead, it might not always lead the right way, but it's got to be the best results for the majority of the people, not just you. So that's where I was with her. That's the only thing I'm saying that. But with the girl offering me for my hand, I don't think nothing was wrong with it. I think it was perfect. I just wasn't ready. And I didn't think about even her proposing. I was like, oh, okay, that's fly. It was set up nice. I'm talking about the room, the whole thing. I just was like, nah. And she never was the same. She was crushed. And I didn't mean it like that. And I didn't do it in front of a bunch of people. It was just us, me and her. And I thought I was being real, y'all. Nah, she couldn't accept that. She couldn't handle that truth. She was like, oh hell no. I was
yeah,
like,
I
okay.
understand, man. You know, you have to do what you thought was right. Um, but hey, man, let's gonna get this show started, fellas. You know,
Yeah,
I know we
yeah,
got some
man.
topics to cover today.
Yes,
Uh,
man.
all right, so we ready for the first topic? We ready?
Yeah.
Ready? We ready?
All right, let's get in. Let me whistle to the side. Get the first one jumping. There we go.
Gave a British dude a slave role, taught him a southern accent for 2 weeks, then had him accepting awards like he marched with Dr. King himself. That's why I made the skit. And nah, this wasn't just me trying to be funny. I've been seeing this weird Hollywood shit for years. Every time they need a black American story, somehow a British actor pop out talking bout cheeky and brilliant before yelling in a Memphis accent on camera. And the crazy part, folks in Hollywood act like anybody questioning it just jealous or starting division. People just tired of watching their own stories get outsourced. Now don't get me wrong, them dudes talented, I ain't hating on nobody individually. But at some point it stopped feeling like read acting and start feeling like y'all replacing real lived experience with a good dialect coach. That's my issue. Some of these stories come from our grandparents, our neighborhoods, our history, slavery, poverty, police harassment. Growing up black in America, that ain't just a role people study for 3 weeks, then go collect an Oscar off of. Meanwhile, black American actors getting pushed further and further out the room. Half these studios don't even care who really lived this shit, as long as the accents sound expensive and everybody calling it diversity. Nah, Hollywood just like the accent better. Y'all get
Woo. Hey,
That's a
man.
deep one
Well,
there. That's deep.
well, I don't no lies detected there, buddy.
Yeah, man. So, I don't, that was Yogi's topic, and I don't know the question he was gonna ask regarding it, but what y'all think about what y'all saw? What's
Man,
y'all opinion on that?
you know something, y'all? They have been outsourcing American work for years, man. I'm talking about from building shit to even in the music, you'll see they got Canadians and such at the top. We are outsourcing ourselves out of everything. So now they saying that Americans can't be Americans. They taking everything from and giving it to foreigners, which they are acting like us when they can get the original. I don't know what's going on. It's just what it is, man. And guess what, y'all? At the end of the day, them white folks might be tired of our nigga ass. Like, man, I'm tired of them niggas. And they go over there and get them and do their thing. But yeah, man, it's crazy that they doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like Snowfall. That dude played a whole like he from LA. I'm like, I know it could have been somebody else could have played Franklin, Tyrese maybe, Chris Brown. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Let's say
But
Chris Brown.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying, but it's listen, man, we gotta tighten up and start looking out for ourselves and pooling together for we be X'd out of everything. Cause that's what they're doing. They taking us out of everything. If it ain't actors, it's AI. So we better get our mind together. Cause we not on the ball, y'all. I'm learning that every day. We are not on the ball. We're not even in the game, But it is what it is. They'll sell us a ticket to watch it, but they won't let us participate. So it is what it is.
What you got, Quality?
I think the topic is rather really, really deep. What Yogi was trying to do there. I don't know exactly, but I do know that video spoke volumes. It spoke volumes. And in most cases, I don't think if if you ever pay attention to my segment Quality Talk, I tend to try to challenge the way we think. The way we think as a people, as a community, the way we think. And I hear a lot of stuff, and then I listen, I hear, but then I hear it change, and I think that's something that kind of always seems to be somewhat strange. Like we know the right things to say, power to the people. We know the right things to say, yet we go and do something totally different than what we say. And that can be kind of odd or strange to me because it's us that
Not right
support
now.
these shows. All those shows you named out there, who watched it? Who watched it? How you know about Franklin? How you know about, you watched it. So
Yeah.
for us to say somebody else could have did it, but yet we support it, come on. It don't, what's that? It don't make sense. It ain't adding up. The math ain't mathing. You know what I mean? So I put the slab to the side right there though.
Yeah, man. This is I guess it just depends on your philosophy on who we are as a people. You know what I'm saying? Because on one end, I've heard this argument back when the ADOS movement first got started, or the FBA argument got started about, us playing ourselves in our own movie roles. But then you got, a Pan African perspective where the thought is like, hey, y'all, we like one people in the diaspora. We have our differences of cultures and different, nationalities, things like that, but we all connected in a sense. But then the question is like, did we have any issues? There go, Yogi, right there. Hey, so did we have any issues when hold on, let me see Yogi when he joined the panel.
Okay.
There you go. All right, bet. So Yogi, man, welcome to the show, man. Go give your introduction, brother, so I can continue, big brother. You on mute. Oh, he might delete. Come on back in. Can't hear you, brother.
Can't hear him at all. I hear you, TBN, but I don't
Hey,
hear him.
yeah.
I
So
don't
he'll
hear
he'll leave
Yogi
and come
either.
back in. So my thing is like this. I don't think now when Forrest Whitaker when he played Idi Amin in was it Hotel Rwanda?
Yes,
No,
Hotel
King of
Rwanda. Oh, the
Scotland.
last king.
No.
The last king of
Last King of
Scotland.
Scotland. We
Yes.
didn't have no problem with that. With Morgan Freeman, when he played Nelson Mandela, we was okay with that. With Denzel Washington, I think he played Steve Biko. We had no problem with that. I believe Will Smith played a Nigerian doctor in Concussion, I believe.
Yes.
Will
Yes.
Don
Yes.
Cheadle played, he played African
Yes.
roles before, so we in my mind we can't have it both ways. We can't say, "Hey man, those was great movies. Those was great movies. We loved them." But then, if the argument would have been, let's say we had this argument 20 years ago, and those in South Africa or those in Rwanda, we were like, well, why are they playing our roles? Why are they doing that?
Yeah.
How would we have responded to that?
You're
I'm
right.
just curious. You
Absolutely.
know what I'm
No,
saying?
no, you're right.
So
You're absolutely right.
But so, like I said, I think it just depends on your philosophy on who you are as a people. Like somebody from like myself, in my mind, hey man, we all have different, subcultures, but we connected as a people. I'm not saying that we all exactly the same. We got different experiences. But what's so wrong with somebody from here playing somebody over there if you can play the role? Now, if somebody people choose otherwise, I'm not gonna fight it. But at the end of the day, hey man, if I believe that we are one people, we should come together and build something and build some alliances. Why not? Why
You're right.
not?
You're right. You're right.
So
You're right.
yeah, I park my slab on that, man. Big Yogi, I hope we can hear you now, brother.
He's
You on
not
mute
with
if you're
us yet.
talking.
But listen,
I
something,
can't
fellas,
hear him.
no, I can't either. You said some real stuff just then, T-Man, that I didn't look at because you're absolutely right. I don't have a problem with Idris Elba playing anything, and
In
he'll
the
put,
wire,
yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't see nobody else playing that role, even in the movie with Denzel Washington. I couldn't see nobody else playing that role. When he walked up to him and said, "Hey, you got to put the money in the jar." You know what I'm saying? He played that to the, and guess what? We really have to nod our head because to play American and you not from over here and pull it off to where we don't even know you not American, you really doing a good job. So I'm gonna quit looking at it like they giving our jobs to people when it's the best person got the role. I believe that boy Snowfall act everybody that came in there. I believe that. I don't believe there's nobody that you could have put in that room at his age. Because remember, he did it at a young age. We just saw him grow up doing it. He went in there at that young age and he killed it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't see, so I think he was just the best person for that role. Because when I saw him in F1, when he played the race car, I said, this nigga can act. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I'm gonna quit jump into the I want to find a reason to be mad about something because that's what it is. Just I will bitch about it because he ain't from America, but I gotta look at it. If I want better, I gotta want better. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they can help us with what we going through. And make it better. But you're right. You're right. You absolutely, man. You are totally right. You know,
I just think that
quality you was too, brother. You was too about having accountability. Yeah, you was spot on. You made me start. That started my wheels when my twins said, "Hey, well, we say this, but we okay that." I'm like, "Yeah, y'all hitting this spot on. You right. You right. You got y'all damn so right. I can't
So
complain
I
about
think
them. Go ahead. Go ahead.
if like now let's say the movie come out, the show come out, and we say, man, this movie it's trash, man. That's not how I would have went. That ain't how we talk. Or that
Okay.
ain't what was
Yeah.
going on. And then they look into this, y'all. They ain't even from here. Then we can make the argument, then, right? I can understand that a little bit better. But if they play the role, because be honest with you, I know it wasn't just me, but a lot of folks didn't know that old buddy wasn't even from here in Snowfall up until like a few episodes into it. A lot of people didn't even
Yes,
know. A
I
lot of
did.
people didn't even. A lot of folks didn't even know that Idris Elba was from the UK throughout the
I
whole series of The Wire.
I
Didn't
found
even
that
know.
out. I found that out late in the game when the girls would start talking about he from Britain. I'm like that nigga ain't from no Britain. So I looked it up. I thought he from New York. I thought he was like that Malik Jabbar nigga. I said, yo, this old New York ass nigga. But shit, that was
Hmm.
London, and I heard him talk his natural talk, how he talked, because he did an interview. And he was like, this how I really talk. I turn it off to do that, but this how I talk. And he a DJ. Fuck me up.
And then
Yeah,
DJ,
fuck me up.
I love the DJ. So also,
Hey,
this is something else to consider. Think about this for a minute. So sometimes we pick and choose, right? And like I said, we can't have it both ways. So a lot of the times you hear these actors, and they'll get up there and they'll act and they'll play a street role, and then you hear them talk like, "Oh man, that dude he ain't even from the hood, man. How you play that role?" And it's like, man, get that to somebody that's from the hood that done lived through that, right? They could actually be American. So, but we'll get at a pass as long as they American. If it's somebody African or somebody else playing that role, then it's a problem, right? Because if it wouldn't have been somebody from Africa, the next thing would have been, oh, they ain't even from the hood. Why they get a role to somebody that can't even he ain't been through that, he ain't lived through that? How you know about that? Because he an actor. That's what he can do. That's
you
his
know,
job. That's his
That's his
profession.
job.
and you know what? Why you say that? Great as Denzel is as an actor, he wasn't shit when he played in that movie Harley Quinn. Remember, he was that Jamaican. He was chasing
Yeah, worse,
that
worse. That's
Robert
one of the
Townsend
worst.
around. That was the worst.
Some
Remember, he couldn't even. Hey man, Bumble Cloud. I was like, why did they talk him into this? Well, I didn't know he was gonna turn out to be great as he was. But that right there
yeah,
was some bullshit. Remember, Robert Townsend was
terrible
running.
accent.
Yeah, they both of them niggas was niggas trying to be Jamaican.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hated that. I say, look at this shit here. Yeah, and Cool Running. They fucked that up too. They should have got
When
real
you
Jamaican for that.
It remind me in what you call it in Snowfall when Jerome he played that role to the T, right? But then people
Hmm.
started hearing how he actually talked. They're like, oh man, he sounds proper. Look how proper he sounds. But
That
we was
nigga
cool with him
dirty.
playing the role though, right? Because he an
Yeah,
actor. That's what he's supposed to do.
yeah,
He's
That's his
supposed to make
job.
you believe that's what he is. That's
yeah,
what actors do.
yeah, yeah. But yeah,
Man,
that
this is
was.
so. I was going. I might even still make this another topic for another show. But I was listening to an interview by old buddy that played Tommy, and was it Power, the white
Uh huh.
dude?
Okay.
He was talking about how he was standing on the corner of Chicago, and people they rode up on us to rob him, and he was like he was getting robbed, and they put a gun out on him, but he kept his composure. And then somebody was like, a lady ran around the corner, something like that, and screamed where, they had to shoot out of there. But the dude that was driving was like, man, I knew you was a real one. I knew Tom, I knew you was real. Man, they based that off of a character on a TV show,
Mm.
calling him Tommy. Like the character is the
Hmm.
person showing up at that corner that was going to rob.
Excuse
That's
me.
how powerful
Wow.
acting can be, though.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Where they think in real life you that character in real life, and we got faith in you, or we ride with you because you just like the character that you played in a TV show. That's crazy.
That's really crazy.
Urkel say
That's
that dude
crazy.
play Urkel. The dude play Urkel say it was
Yeah,
a gift and a curse. Till this
Yeah.
day, they
yeah,
call him Urkel wherever he go. He did so good. He would
yeah.
never outplay that role. Think about it, JJ. If you would have saw Jimmy Walker, you gonna say JJ, because that's he. When I grew up, that was JJ. I don't give a fuck whatever you say your name is. You JJ. Certain
Same
shit
with
you can't
Alfonso
outgrow.
with Carlton.
What? Yes, that's Carlton, man.
That's
You know,
see.
so you can't outgrow certain shit. You know, so you
Yeah,
know,
Some of it just stick
yeah.
with you.
yeah, man.
Don't stick
It
with you.
just stick
Yeah,
with you.
Mhm.
man. I wish Yogi
But
would have been here. Man, he tried to hop in, and I know he
yeah,
wanted to, give his takes on the topic. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Anybody else want to add something to that?
no sir, no sir.
That's
Yeah, I
it.
think I'm good there.
Yes sir.
All right, man. But before we get to the next topic, man, I think it's important that we do this right here, man.
Uh oh.
Yeah, yeah, we can't forget to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's important. So,
Yes.
yeah, we're gonna go ahead and slide on to the lifestyle segment. Where we're gonna break down a couple of topics, things that I ran across that I think will be great for discussion. So let me go and roll this intro. We'll get it rolling.
Yes sir.
All right, so look, man, check this out, man. It's the lifestyle segment. Like I mentioned just a second ago, we're gonna have a couple topics we're gonna cover. We range all the way from bag talk to family, relationships, manhood, leadership, you know, all in that range. So man, today, this first one right here gonna be strong. Prepare yourselves for this first topic right here. Rich, I can't wait to hear what you got to say about this.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna go and roll it now, man. I can't wait to hear what you got to say about this first one. Let me get my act together. Here we go.
Guns. Bitch ass nigga go get guns. Bitch ass nigga go get guns. Go get it. That's what you need. You need that gun.
My guy.
That's what a nigga need. He need a
My
gun.
gun.
That's what he need. That's what.
You need a home.
This is second
You
time
need a
bringing a
home.
gun on me.
You need a home.
This is second
You
time
need a
bringing a
home.
gun on me.
You need
See
a home.
right here.
I'm finna call. I'm finna call.
This
I'm
is
finna
second.
call.
This is second time
Nah,
putting a
bro.
gun on me. This is second time. This is second time, nigga.
He finna come
This
put
is
your
second
ass-
time. Niggas like him, he wanna be father of the year pulling guns out on his fucking son, nigga. He's a pussy. That's what pussies do. Nigga, pull out guns and shit. Boom. Come on, I wanna catch my death on film.
You got a problem?
I wanna catch my death on
You
film.
got a fucking
I
problem?
wanna catch
You got a fucking problem?
I wanna catch my
You got
death.
a fucking problem? Let that bitch. I'll let this bitch go.
Man.
Right the fuck now. I'll let this bitch go. Say something else. I'll kill your bitch ass before I let you disrespect. Motherfucker, please.
Woo. Hey, man. Hey, so let me fix this, man, before we get into this. Hey, what y'all think, man? What y'all think about that? What quality? I'm gonna go to you first, quality. Rich, go and hold your thoughts for a second. Quality, you there with us? He stepped away. Rich, what you got?
That hurt me, man. Listen, for the first time, old Rich ain't. I mean, I'm speechless because I, huh? T-Ben, I know I'm rough on my boys. I love them niggas, man. It'll never get there. It would never get there. You understand? I'm not gonna we ain't gonna disrespect pussy now. Nigga, I love you, nigga. What is wrong with you? I love you. I ain't trying to I love you, nigga. You my nigga. You see what I'm saying? You arguing with your child. T-Ben, you have a daughter. Could you ever see yourself arguing with your goddamn child? I'm not finna argue
Nah,
with my child.
ain't no way in the world.
I
Ain't
don't
no
even
way in the
understand.
world.
How did it even get there? How did it get there? You understand?
Hey, man,
I swear, I hope
I
that
don't
daddy
know,
in
man.
jail. I hope the daddy is in jail right now, man. I don't wish that on nobody, man. If I could catch him and talk to him, man. What the fuck? And I'm not a bad judge of characters. You don't look like a great pop. Look like you be getting fucked up coming. See, he saw you coming in there fucked up and sideways and out there doing dope fiend shit, and he lost respect for you, man. Because he told you want to be father of the year. So he had some respect for you. He was listening to you. He saw something. When they see that in you, that's when they turn. You understand? All that shit good till they see that weakness or that bullshit in you and be like, oh, that all that shit you talking? You know what I'm saying? They see that flaw in you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking no, my boy's not gonna see that. Not gonna see that. You don't see a strong black man thinking, figuring it out. You ain't gotta use your hands or guns, use your mind. That's the most dangerous weapon. A thinking man, oh, he more dangerous than any gun. What? I'm just saying. So what? These niggas ain't daddies, man. They ain't fathers. They ain't even men. They still boys. You arguing with a goddamn boy, and we got a gun and cocked it. Man, I hope that nigga in the penitentiary, man. And I hope them niggas in prison see that and punish him. Fuck is wrong with you, man? That's your son. Fuck is wrong with you? That ain't no stranger. Man, anything came out of me, I ain't scared of. Two things. If anything came out of me and anything that I go into, I ain't scared of. You understand? I hope they figure out what I'm putting down. I'm telling you, I'm no. Them two things is not gonna be a problem with me. If you came at me and I go in you, oh, we good. Yeah, we good for life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, man, I don't know about these new wave niggas. You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for the kids now, T-Ben. I swear to God, that's why I be talking to them. I swear, God, no, they ain't got nobody talking to them. Them kids fucked up and lost, man. They go home to this type of bullshit. They go home to the daddy still got a trap, pants hanging down. It's over. What we gonna do? It's over. If that's your situation, it's over. You might as well start over, man. I ain't lying. It's over. I'm just saying. This shit's sad, dog, and it's gotta stop. I mean, it's got to stop. I don't know how they not tired yet. I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing the shit. How they ain't tired of doing it? If y'all not tired, I'd be glad when y'all get tired. 'Cause I'm tired of that type of hoe. That shit right there, I'm tired of. There's no cause for that, man. In my community, amongst my people, come on, man. We don't act like that. Nah, we don't act like that. Nah, nah, nah. I
How
I, I
about
I don't
this though?
understand.
I saw the video and my apologies. Dang on phone wrong took me out of there. But I saw the video and first things I have to address and see. I'm telling you, this is why I say we have to challenge the way we think as a community and as a people, because our logic of thinking sometimes isn't always the best. Just because we think that this is what we should do or how we should handle something, that's not always the best. And I'm not trying to tell you that I'm always right. I'm human just like everybody else. So I make mistakes. I mess up. My only blessing is that I can possibly learn from any mistake that I've made and make myself a better person from that particular day on forward. But in that particular situation where I watched that video, a long time ago, that young man would have been out of my house. A long time ago. We can't live in the house together. If this is the way you carry yourself, if this is the way you think you're gonna talk to me, if this is the way you think you're gonna be in my house, then it can't be. You can't be here. You can't be here. And the reason why, it isn't that I'm afraid of him. I'm afraid of what I'm gonna do to him, because I'm going to react at some point. And when I react, what you gonna say then? I'm a terrible person then, but I didn't put up with your shit for I don't know how long. But I'm a terrible person when I finally react to your bullshit. And see, that's where a lot of disconnect come from people of a modern day time. They think when you react, you're the bad guy, but they don't recognize how much they put in front of you to make you react. You've been a very patient person throughout the time of whatever. And all of a sudden you finally react to something that, like the pot that boiled over or whatever. However analogy you want to use, it get to a point where I'm tired of being your punching bag. I'm tired of being your whatever. I'm tired of it. And at that point, like I say, that young man would have been out of my house a long time ago. Because I can see the way in which he's projected to go, the way he's carrying himself. That ain't what I want in my household. And if definitely, if I have other kids in there too, because now his corruption could corrupt the other kids, and I can't have that. I'm done, Rich. Go ahead.
I want to highlight something too. It's a little pushback, but not towards you. It's toward the situation. I quit. I'm gonna tell you what I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning to quit judging the decision. I want to judge the choices. I don't care, but I see, because if you understand the choices, you'll understand the decisions. You see what I'm saying? That little boy, look how the daddy talking hammer. That little boy, that's why he talk like that. See, we looking at the decision that the little dude made to cuss his daddy out. But look at the choices he had. Look what his daddy gave him. His daddy could have had a different choice. Hey, son, woo, woo, woo. See, life is about that. See, we be judging the decision, the aftermath. But I look at the choices. That's where I judge at. What choice could made different, but we wouldn't have to have this decision right here? What choice could they have made without me going to get my gun and my son calling me a pussy nigga? See, fuck the decision, because the decision is past. I'm talking about the choices. You had a couple of choices. You see what I'm saying? Now, when that little boy cussed his daddy because I saw the choices he had, I understood that part. That decision, he might not be bad. They just might got into it. Look at how his daddy reacted. He didn't act like a father. See, I don't put myself in them shoes because I would have react different. I know the choices. Even you, Quality, I know the choices you would have made. Like you said, it wouldn't have never got that far. But look at the daddy, how far he let it go. That little boy didn't have too many choices. That's his only choice. Call this nigga out and talk shit. He not stupid. Go to daddy, pull a gun, he shut the fuck up. So he not crazy. So I know that much, you know. But, I park right there. I'm just saying it's sad. I'm not judging the decision. I'm looking at the choices. That little boy didn't have too many other choices the way his daddy was acting. So, he talked to a nigga like a nigga on the street. Respect your son, gonna act like you a nigga on the street. I'm just saying.
I agree. I
I
agree with you
park.
there, Rich. I agree with you 100% there. The father definitely did not handle the situation well.
Nah.
And even when I make the analogy of the father just letting the pot overboil, like he been putting up
Mm-hmm.
with it, I'm definitely
Mm-hmm.
not saying that to that particular man. That
Yeah.
man looks like he's comfortable in operating in that particular realm. Yeah, he comfortable operating in that. Don't get me wrong, I may be comfortable, but when it come to my kids, I'm not. We don't operate like that because there's a level of respect. I'm gonna ask y'all a quick question, man. At what point did y'all cuss y'all parents out? I don't
Never,
care, good, wrong, bad, whatever. At what point did you cuss your parents out, even if they were wrong?
never,
How about you,
never.
Rich?
Man, 18, 17, I said, fuck that. That was it. How about 18?
You ain't never called your mama a bitch ass woman, right?
No. I said,
Okay.
fuck that.
All right. So I'm being honest, guys. I want to be fair and
Yes.
honest. So I never cussed my mom out as far as calling her out her name, nor my dad. Neither one of them. I had too much respect, and I knew the backhand that would come with that response if I had said something like that. Now, those moments when I didn't agree with what they said, and I may have walked in my room and I'm mumbling, that bitch getting on my nerve, or that motherfucking nigga getting on, Yeah, I said that.
I
I
ain't
said
never
that.
done that.
But it was never to their face. Never in a realm of I'm gonna disrespect you so much to where I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga on this phone in front of all these people on live or whatever it is, whoever watching, whatever. I ain't never did nothing like that. And I never ever will. It ain't that ain't how it's been. But now that's not to say that, like I say, I think we had this conversation before. Locker room talk. If I'm in the back over here and I'm with the fellas or whatever, and my mom got, yeah, damn, that bitch getting on my nerve, that don't mean I don't love her. That don't mean I don't care for her. That don't mean I won't kill for her.
But
So,
but guess what though? Guess what, brother? You have to know and be accountable that you said that, because
right,
whoever hear that might not understand the way you understand. So
right,
that's the accountability part. You have to, like, I don't think, like I said fuck that. But if I was around my friends, I never cuss my mom, but I have called girls bitches and shit. And if they people heard it, I would have felt like, okay, I got to deal with this. You know what I'm saying? Because I said it. That's the only reason. Because we know ain't no love gone, ain't nothing. We know how we talk as men. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
it's not women talk because we men. It's men talk. It ain't women talk. So to us, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? To them, it's everything. So that's what it is. If we dealing with women, we got to deal with women and know that they sensitive about certain shit. And they don't let it go. So it is what it is, man. You have to, like I say, I let shit go, man. An old man told me, man, if you get married, don't you go to bed with no dirty dishes. I said, okay. He said, don't you and your woman go to bed mad. When y'all wake up, them dishes better be clean. It's a new day. He said, that's how I stayed in my marriage 80 years. Old white man. He said, 80 years. He told me and the girl I was with that. And I said, okay, player, I feel you. He said that. He said that. And I was like, okay. That's what he told me. And I took that with me. Now I don't have dirty dishes. Anybody with me, when I go to bed mad, I mean, we're not going to bed mad. We're going to go to get that over with. That's done. And the next day, because ain't nothing that serious. That's sidebar. We offer that, but I'm just saying, far as the dad and stuff, it shouldn't be nothing that hard feeling. Y'all have a couple words, separate. You go to your room, I'm gonna go to my room. Later on, I walk in there and I talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all figure
But
that
you
shit
think
out,
you
man.
think the son had a couple? You think that's his choice of a couple of words? It was
Oh,
awful disrespectful to me.
but because his daddy gave him room to do that, because he played with him. See,
I
I ain't gonna play
understand.
with no youngster to
I
where he gonna get
understand.
a chance to call me that. Because I'm not gonna call him a bitch ass nothing. I'm saying,
Yeah,
look here, young
yeah, I
man.
understand.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen here, young man. Because I'm gonna let him know you're not my equal. So I
right.
can't go there with you. I can't
Yeah,
even
we don't
fight
play
you.
these type games.
No, no,
Yeah,
sir, no, sir, no, sir.
I understand. You're right.
And
You're
that's
right.
it. And that's just where I'm at this age. Now, if you'd have called me 5 years earlier, I get in the paint with one of them young ass niggas. I wouldn't give a goddamn. But now, nah, man, I know it's way better ways, man. As an old man, I'm here to teach and let them learn. Because they not learning. Go ahead, TBN. I know I've been rocking on it because it got me. I got emotional.
And T
You
Ben
know,
got real quiet on us. It's your topic, T Ben. Take us in here. Let me see where that old head of yours at.
No, I'm just listening, man. I want to interrupt. I had lost my internet connection for a minute, but I'm back. So,
Okay.
uh, no, I think and I got two. I got my opinion, and I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in there too. So get ready for
okay.
that.
All right.
But nah, out of line. I don't see any circumstance to where you gonna pull out a gun on your own child. And I guess the only thing that I could imagine is if it's life or death situation. And even then, I don't know, man. I think my child might just have to kill me. You
Yeah.
know, uh, I couldn't see myself in it. You always talk about self defense and you got to defend your life, but I don't know, man. I don't think I could see myself ever doing that to my own child. If my child got to a point to where it's getting ready to get rid of me, they're gonna have to just do it. That's kind of how I view that. So I see a few things. I see a father who can't control his emotions. I also see he taught him a lesson that if you gonna pull a gun on somebody and you don't use it, that's the wrong thing to be doing to begin with. If you're gonna pull it, you can might as well go
Exactly.
and use it.
You got
If
to
you're
use
gonna pull
it.
a
Yeah,
gun on somebody, because the relationship gonna never be the same if you gonna pull a gun on me or don't use it.
Never. It will never
right,
be the
It ain't,
same.
it ain't, it ain't,
right.
it ain't nothing that
So
can be
we can
said
see
after
that.
that. You know,
Yeah.
we might as well just go separate ways and never see each other again. You know, um, but that's how I think about that. So he go to Monkey Rich though. Here it is right here. Now that's always been the saying in our community. I brought you into this world and I'll take you out. Do we have we abandoned that? There's no longer we don't say that no more.
That's a good one, T man. I'm gonna say it this way.
Yeah,
Uh,
that we still say that
yeah,
TV. We ain't
my
nobody
mom
gonna do
lived
that.
off of
They
that
just
one.
say that. Yeah, they live off of
Yeah,
that. That was
my
just
mama lived
that's the
off of
old
that.
school threat. You
Yeah.
know, that was the old school threat. And it worked on us. That meant that I love you so much, I kill you before I let them do it. That's what I took. It was a sentimental thing. It wasn't more about fear. It was just letting them know how deep is they love. Cause
All right,
you
well check. All right, hold on, Rich. Hold on, Rich. Hold
okay.
on, Rich. Now we all know about Marvin Gaye and his pops.
Yeah.
And
I
everybody would
do.
say, hey man, Marvin Gaye came in there tripping. He came in there tripping.
Yeah.
He can't be acting like that. His old man did what he had to do. He took Robin with him, take him out. Nobody had a problem with it.
I knew
So
you
we
was
don't
going
know
somewhere with it, T man. I ain't gonna lie. I knew it. I knew it.
so the monkey
But you
wrench
know,
is have we abandoned that? And I'm okay if we
no,
have. I'm just
no.
asking the question.
No, we haven't abandoned it because
Okay.
that statement lies in respect. If you come in and respect my house and do this here, because get what? When my grandpa told me you come in here on that bullshit in my house, I know he meant every word of that. TB, it's not a shadow in my mind my grandpa wouldn't fuck me out and love the shit out of me. I'm his Pookie man. He would that he was just old school this way, one way. If I say no, it's no. So you know you learn to respect that. If not, you know pain make the brain think a lot better. But no, we haven't abandoned it. I don't think. What my generation have. The new generation, they might not.
Yes.
I'm saying
Yes.
if you
The new
born in
generation
the
haven't even heard
if,
it.
if you
Yeah,
born in the
obviously not.
1900s, if you
Obviously
born in
not.
the
Hmm.
if you born in the 1900s, the 1900s, I could say you still under the old law.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 19. I'm gonna say because me the 60s to the 70s. If you born anywhere in the 70s, you're under the old law. 1970 on up, you under the old law. When you get to the 80s, you're coming into the new law. But the 70s, the 60s, that's the old law, man. We still under that. Certain shit,
So
we know it
Rich,
didn't.
You in them 80s, TBN?
yeah, I'm 84. So
See,
Rich.
he heard that statement, Rich.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
no,
said,
I
yeah,
look, I heard the statement, but I
he
never
under
my
the
parents never
old
said that
law.
to me. Yeah, I heard the statement, but my point is this: that statement didn't disappear after the 80s, 90s, and the 2000s. People still say it to this day. But my question is, Rich, you in the you in the 60s, so I would assume that you ain't got no problem with what you just saw.
Well,
Listen, hold on, let me say one more thing before you answer. Man, you can't look. It's a difference between you gonna give me my respect and telling somebody I'll take you out. That's a threat, man. You tell somebody like you, a child gonna grow up and they realize what that mean. You gonna take, I bring you this way, I'll take you out. That ain't just no, you gonna respect me in this house. That's a little more than that, man. That's saying I'll kill you.
It is a
That's what
threat.
that means.
It's a threat.
So why have a problem with what you see in real time in 2026 if you come up under the old law?
because I told you it was more of a statement of love and for validation than
To take somebody
a
out,
threat.
Rich, that I'll take you
Listen,
out.
I
That's a
can't
threat,
lie to
bro.
you, man. Though I agree with him. I agree with him. It is. It's more of a statement of love.
of how much I love you.
Look at
No,
And
listen
y'all.
to it.
then,
Listen to it. Hold on,
listen,
T man.
that's
Oh,
what
go
the
ahead, Rich.
old,
Go ahead,
Yogi,
Rich.
think
hey,
about
Yogi,
it.
they wiggling,
Because
Yogi.
the
Yogi,
old,
they wiggling.
listen, the older people didn't have much education and they didn't have a lot of wordplay. So they said a lot of things that meant something and you had to be from that era to understand, you know. Like my grandpa, don't pick no shade tree for me to sit under. He said all these crazy ass statements. Well, I take you out. I brought you in this world, I take you out this world. That's how that went, isn't it? I'm not gonna kill you or no death threat, but I brought you in here and I take you out of here. Boy, I let anything happen to you. That's love. You see what I'm saying? And you
Now that
knew
before
the
that,
people was now listen, when I say you know it's love, this coming from my parents. My grandmother woke up, cooked us breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I know they loved us. I ain't never Man, I grew up eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I like clockwork. So that's why I knew it was love. I knew they cared about our well-being and everything. So I didn't take that anything my parents said was to hurt me. I wasn't stupid. I didn't grow up in this stupid generation where we can ask a phone and the phone think they smarter than your parents. I don't. Hey, this some new shit we dealing with. We dealing with these robot ass kids. But the era I grew up in, it wasn't all that there. So words meant what they meant, and I don't think that no parent back then wanted to kill their child. Now these new kids, disrespectful as they is, rambunctious as they is, yeah, you damn near won't put your hands on them. We wasn't that rambunctious. We just asked us a question. Have you ever cut your parents? We like, now, get to the 2000s and ask that question. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Man, fuck you.
It's almost a
So,
sign of pride.
yeah. And then what the first thing they gonna say? TV, you see how beautiful you raising your family out there? And then just imagine you had a son and he grew up. Man, I grew up nothing, nigga. I got it out the mud. Nigga, out the mud? You see what I'm saying? That's what, what? Nigga, where we lost that? And that's some shit they do. You know what I'm saying? I
hey
saw
man,
Michael Irvin's son say he got out the mud. Michael Irvin said, nigga, you grew up in a $10 million, a $5 million house. How the fuck you got it out the mud? Your first car was a BMW. He was just breaking his son ass down. But his son said he gangster. He got it out the mud. He used to go to grandma's house. Man, fuck that shit. I'm
you
just
know
saying.
what I can appreciate, and I'm being sincere when I say this, man. I appreciate how I'm not gonna say y'all. I'm not saying softening up, but your hearts are softened as you get older. Because I'm not gonna let you wiggle. I'm not gonna let you wiggle. I'm holding you to. I'm gonna pin you down. I'm back into a corner. When I'm go back to Marvin Gaye. That what his old man did is exactly what parents are talking about. Don't try to soften it up talking about that just love talk. No, that's saying if you disrespect me, I'll take you out this world. That's exactly what it means. And that's what his father did. It
But
wasn't
his
no
daddy
love
was a
talk.
man.
Hold
But his
on,
daddy
man, hold
was a
on.
man.
Hold on now. And the
Okay.
difference now, we got whoopings. That was I'm doing this because I love you. That's when we heard that. When you got consequences like that. Saying you're gonna take somebody out, that ain't because I love you. That's because you're not gonna threaten me. You're not gonna do me any kind of way because I brought you in this world and I take you out. And that was said about fathers to their sons. Y'all know that's true. And we see it playing out. Like I don't agree with it, but we see it playing out. And I'm hearing y'all saying, "Oh, that was so wrong," and I agree it was wrong. But you know how the saying go, and it wasn't no pushback on the saying until we see it in real time. That's the only point that I'm making. We see it in real time playing out in front of our eyes. We saying that's wrong, but nobody condemned the saying before you see that video.
Listen,
Okay.
I still don't
Wait.
condemn the same. Go ahead. You go ahead, Kwame.
Yeah, wait. Now this is a little pushback at you, T Ben.
I'm
Okay.
listening. Let's go.
The situations that you're describing.
Uh-huh.
Let's start with the singer. What's his name? Marvin Gaye and his
Okay.
father, right?
Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye.
Okay. Let's be very transparent here. When my mother
Okay.
said that, I'm still here today. So she ain't never did it. She never acted on those words. That was just a saying that we grew up hearing. So now,
Cause you
wait,
never would put no you. Okay, let me stop. Let me let you go, brother.
let me
Let
kind
me
of
let you go.
elaborate. Okay,
Okay.
so now, there are tons of sayings that for instance, I'll say it this way. Rich may say certain things. I know Rich's caliber. So despite what he's saying, I know the person that he is. just a minute ago, Rich may have made the most womanistic, massage, woman. He
Statement.
degraded women to a degree of damn.
Misogynistic.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
couldn't say the word right, but appreciate that, T-Ben. But he did that to the women. But I know Rich is a good dude when it come to women. It's just
Yeah.
this is his mentality. So I don't take everything that Rich say to be what he really gonna do. Some of it is just Rich likes to talk. You get what I'm saying? So my mom, she likes to talk, and her talking, you can have it from
No,
any
it didn't
perspective that you
move.
want.
It didn't move.
Yeah, it really didn't, Rich, but we got to let him
It
in.
didn't.
No, man. Hey,
That's when you start looking at the '80s, baby, Rich. That's when you start looking at the '80s, baby,
Ah,
because he's seeing it.
ah,
He's seeing it
ah.
as this, but it's really not moving. What
well,
we telling you is this:
what you in the 80s,
each and
man?
every last one of us are still here on this panel. Each and every
Yeah.
last one of us are on here,
You know
despite
why?
each
You
and
know
every last
why?
one
You
of
know
us
why,
heard that
quality?
saying.
You know why, quality?
Why?
You know why? Let me
Why?
tell you why. Let me tell you why. I'm willing to bet my last dollar that you never did nothing so egregious when your parents felt they had to take you out. That's why you still here.
I'm. I'm.
In Marvin Gaye's situation, his father felt he did something so egregious that he had to follow up on his words. That's the difference. That's why I say move the goalpost. We ain't talking about you coming home and you cussing under your breath. You just said you never even cussed at your parents. So why would your parent have a need to do something like that? Now, if you would
Let
have been
me
on here
ask
talking
you.
about, yeah, I used to, hold on. Now, if you've been on here talking about, yeah, I used to call my mom all kind of names and throw stuff around the house and scare her to death when she felt like she was going to have to, she was going to have to do something. But I'm still here. I don't understand that. But you just said yourself, man, you ain't never disrespect your parents to their face. So, of course you still going to be here. That's why I say you moving the goalpost. That's what I'm saying.
But
That's the reason I say
you
that.
taking
Let me
you
say this.
taking the disrespect from only disrespectful thing that I could have possibly done that would have made her done that is called her out her name or made
No,
her
I'm saying
scared. No,
no. I'm
No,
man.
listen.
saying I'm saying you never disrespected your parents enough for them to make sure on their
So,
words. That's what I'm saying.
so listen.
I
You
ain't gonna say I
answered the
never
question,
dis.
T-Man. Let T-Man answer his own question.
What
It,
question?
well, you said, do we still use it, and why we act like that when it act out? This is why
Hmm?
nobody should ever disrespect their parents to where they want to kill them. Listen what I'm saying. So listen. So when they tell you that, we understood enough to not do that, so we wouldn't find out if it was true or not.
I
Now,
get
if
that.
you,
I get
so
that.
that's why I'm saying. So when a motherfucker try their parents on that
Uh
dope
huh.
and do something stupid,
I'm
it
listening.
ain't it ain't about your child no more. It's about this individual is not in their right mind and they're coming
Right.
at me. If you had a son, God forbid that he was on drugs and come in the house and disrespect his mother, and you come there. It's no talking to you, T Ben. I'm on this nigga ass, even though he my son.
Excuse
Because
me.
he disrespecting his mama, my house, my wife, everything. So as a man, all that son shit go out the window. You a man now. So now I'm finna treat you like one. So it ain't that
That's what
the
he's
parents
saying.
threaten to I'ma do this. They just a warning that if
That's what he's
Bush come to
saying.
shove and you challenge me,
We can hear
don't
you,
think I
Yogi.
don't love you enough to defend myself against you. Because as a
So go
child,
back to
you
the
would
video then. So go back to the video we just watched because your tone
okay.
different now. Your
My
tone
tone
different
not
now.
different. My tone not different now. My
All
tone
Okay.
is the
right.
same. Let me tell you what
Okay.
I said, and listen to me very well. I'm not
I'm listening.
judging the decisions that we saw on that tape. I judge the choices. That father had other choices to get to before he went and got that goddamn gun. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't have to. That boy didn't seem like he was going to do a goddamn thing. He just was being disrespectful. You could call 911 and go call somebody that'll come get him for
Hey, take
real
him
at
on
your
up out of
house,
here.
or
Hey,
you could say, "Hey, son, can you please leave my house?"
We coming to you, We
Or
coming to
three,
you, Yogi.
I'm gonna treat him like the nigga I think he is, and go at him and attack him and do some dumb shit. So I judge the choices. He had choices, and them wasn't the right ones. And what I say, when my parents told me that, I knew the choices I had to make. And guess what that was? not do nothing that they have to take me out about. Don't touch their stuff. I didn't steal from my parents. I didn't break it. I took care of their shit. I did everything so I wouldn't find out if that was true, like my kids did. They didn't want to find out if daddy was serious about what he said. Ass whooping was a good enough threat. But I have whooped my kids.
Okay,
And
but
I threatened to whoop their ass more. I whooped your
Hold on, hold
goddamn
on.
ass.
All right.
And I
let's
won't,
give
and I
Yogi
don't whoop them.
perspective, Rich. Yogi probably ain't gonna be
Yeah,
here
Yogi,
for a
what you
long
got?
time. So let
Yeah,
me
I
hear
ain't
what
gonna.
Yogi got to say.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
You
be
can hear
here
Yogi?
for. Yeah, I can hear. Y'all can hear me.
I can
TB,
hear
you can
you.
hear
Yeah,
Yogi? I can't. Let me go
yeah.
out. I can't hear nothing.
Oh goddamn.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Can y'all hear me?
Okay.
I can hear you,
Yes.
Yogi.
Right. I want to come in and defend. First off, there's no '80s baby shit, so y'all can get off that '80s baby thing, right? What T Ben is saying is, right? Because I watched the video, right? What T Ben is saying is, we sat up here growing up, and our parents telling us, "I brought you in this world, I'll take you out." Nigga, I'll kill you before I let you do anything to me, right? We just seen one side of that video. We don't know what that son did to make that father pull that gun on him and have to show this nigga what was up. We don't
That's a
know.
good point, Yogi. That's a
We
good
just hit
point.
it.
The
We just
daddy's
hit it.
still a pussy though. Fuck you
Hold
what
on,
the hell
Rich.
you put a gun on your son
Hold on,
for? A
Rich.
boy.
Hold on, Rich. Hold on, Rich. Hold on, Rich. You had the flow. It's my go.
Go ahead,
Listen,
baby.
what T Ben is saying is we've never, as kids coming up, had to we never made our parents stand on what the shit they were saying because we never disrespected our parents. Anything that was done for our parents, we gonna go in that room and close that door. We gonna swing off in the air, you know. But it wasn't never nothing done in their face. We never walked up to our mom and our daddy and slapped the shit out of them. They'll pop the shit out of us if we do some shit like that. Right? We don't know what that son did to make that father pull that gun on that nigga. I'm like, nigga, I'll kill you. So for us to sit up here and say, oh, it's an '80s thing, nah, nigga, that's universal. We grew up, these kids got nuts. They think they parents is sweet, like our name Snickers. Sometimes we gotta show them motherfuckers fat, meat, greasy. That's all. That's my point of the whole matter.
I can say,
But
Yogi. I don't know if you
I'm gonna
caught
say
this,
this, and
Yogi.
I
That
think
son saw something
there's some
flawed.
level of offense being taken to the '80s baby part of it. But if you listen, sometimes guys, you really have to pay attention to what you're saying and what's coming out your mouth. Because listen to the aggression that you're using. So that right there definitely tells you '80s baby. Because '80s
I mean,
babies
go on,
believe.
no. I'm going
See, here
back
we
to
go.
work.
I can't even finish my statement because the offense, he fenced to the '80s part. So
Nah, because you sitting up here putting shit in a box that it ain't even supposed to be in. You know?
let me know when you're
But
done.
go ahead, quality. You got it.
Okay. All right. So now, where we at right now with this is this. You take offense to the '80s part, baby's part, but listen to the aggression that you're using to describe what you're trying to say. See, when you get to a certain age, wisdom starts to take over, and you recognize that I don't need that raw just to say what I got to say. Sometimes I can sit back and say it just as elegantly and polite, and still
Nigga,
have the
that's how I
same
talk.
meaning. Go, man, Yogi, what you gonna do? You want to go?
Nah, you talking about aggression, nigga. That's how I talk. But go ahead, you got it.
Okay, so because that's how you talk, that means that you're right.
Go ahead, quality. You got it.
There you go. Well, now you're gonna let me go. But just because you do that, that doesn't make you right. Just because you talk with aggression, it's still a level of you need to understand that that's the reason why it's considered '80s babies. Rich is the oldest person on the set. Yeah, he can be aggressive sometimes too. So it's not about necessarily we trying to make it. Matter of fact, I'll take the '80s part out of it to make you feel better. I'll take the '80s part out of it. Fine, it's not an '80s baby thing. But certain people grow up in environments to where they are taught aggression. They are taught to be aggressive and all that there. And some of us are not. If I had to say it, just looking at this panel from what I know of everyone, Yogi and Rich grew up with an aggressive nature. TBN and Quality,
Bullshit.
which is me, we didn't have that same aggression.
Bullshit.
Now here it
T-Ben is
is.
aggressive.
Man,
Two
T-Ben is the
Yogi
most
and
aggressive
TBN
person
are
on the
from the '80s.
podcast.
Rich and Yogi,
T-Man
you
is
see what
the
I'm
most
saying? So I was about to say,
aggressive
I'm gonna take the
nigga
80s
on
part
this
out of it
podcast.
because
How
you
y'all
can see
don't
the
see that?
difference. Now we're looking at it from a
T-Man,
standpoint of it's just
how they
you
don't
guys
miss
have
that?
grew
You
up
the
in this
most how
aggressive
they don't see
area.
that? Listen, man.
Hey,
And
listen,
listen,
hey,
and let
listen.
me say
Hold
this,
up, hold up.
Yogi, my brother, my brother. You know I ain't gonna lead you wrong.
I don't
When
hear
we say,
Rich. Y'all hear Rich?
nah,
Yeah,
they do. Listen,
Okay, so it's
when I
me.
say,
Here we
when
go.
I said '80s, we said the '80s baby is under the old law. We didn't say nothing bad about y'all. I said that y'all it stopped right there. That when they get to the '90s, they under the new law. I said the
Rich,
old laws, the '80s, '70s, and
Rich.
'60s, meaning we heard all kind of bullshit from our parents. But I'm
Yeah,
saying
but
we knew it
my
was bullshit unless we done some fucked up shit. Now this new wave, I don't know how they going. Now Yogi, what I'm saying about the father, as a parent, you wouldn't charge your daughter up like that. You wouldn't charge your son up like that because y'all gonna have a different level of respect and stuff. You could tell that that boy saw his daddy in a fucked up way. I mean, if it's smoking crack, if it's drunk, if it's fighting his mama, he saw something where he lost respect. And that's why he felt comfortable enough, and the daddy felt comfortable enough. I don't know no man in my life that I would ever talk to like that because I know as a man, they gonna have to show me I'm on bullshit. So I would never challenge them like that. You know what I'm trying to say? Now I got kids, my sons, gladiators, brought them up in this era. They not gonna do that. The respect they have for them because I got just that much respect for them. You understand? So they understand I lay mine down for them. You ain't got to do it. I do it for you, my son, because I want you to be better than me. So we had that understanding, and I didn't have them kind of issues. You know what I'm trying to say? Well, we rebellious. You know, because my son can come talk to me. What you trying to say, adult? Talk to me. What you trying to fuck now? Talk to me. You want to do this? Yeah, talk to me if I can tell you the ins, the outs, and what's going to happen if you go down that road. That's what I was more with. So I didn't have to cuss and holler because they told me everything, you know, in real time. So it is what it is. It's just how you parent. And like you say, I don't know what that young boy did, but I know that daddy. Like I said, not the decision, the choices. That daddy had other choices before we got right there to what we saw. Because the boy didn't
You
do
know
nothing
what?
but say that. And then that nigga
I,
went upstairs and got the gun and brought it to a whole nother level. I didn't see no aggression. All the John said, pussy ass nigga, fuck nigga, you ain't gonna do nothing, fuck you, pussy ass nigga. That was it. You went and got a gun. That's very weak to me. That's very sensitive. I don't grab a gun that quick.
it is. I look. This is what I'm gonna say because I know we gotta get to the next topic. So, like I've mentioned before, I think it's unnecessary. I don't think any parent should ever pull a weapon on their child. Period. Regardless of the saying, the point that I was making was that this is a common saying in our community. I brought you to this world and I'll take you out. That's a common saying. What I'm saying is that we see a parent that looked like they was finna follow through. So since we seen their parent look like this and follow through,
Yogi, go ahead,
we
man. I
we
can't hear
can't
nothing.
he can't hear nobody. So we can't act like that's not something that's brand new for us to be looking at. Even as crazy as it look. That's the only point that I was making.
Yeah.
Let's get quality get back on. We gotta get to the next topic. You know, we got another one to
Okay.
cover, which I think is gonna be another good one.
God damn,
Can
you
you
know,
hear us,
TB and
quality?
them right there, you can't just pop them in and go out. You know, we're gonna ride on them.
Hey man, we gotta
Shit.
get to the next
I
topic, man.
can't hear
That's
you.
the whole
They didn't
point,
put
man.
me out the game. Let me come back.
God, dog, what happened when one
That's
person
why I
leaves,
had
next
to go.
person
I
can't hear
couldn't hear you.
nobody?
And now that he
That's
left, I can't
crazy.
hear you, TBN. Jesus Christ. There you what.
That's the
You
song
know?
on y'all side, man. Good lord.
Oh,
Can you hear me, Rich?
I can hear you now, brother. Quality. Let me hear you.
Can you hear his quality? He ain't even talking. You probably can't hear nothing. We got to
Quality.
get to the next topic. He gonna
Oh,
come
he
back
gone.
in. He gonna
He
he gonna
zapped
come
me out.
back.
I
Hey,
can't
but
hear you now, T-Man.
well, that's crazy.
All right, I'm back. I'm back. Can you hear me? Can you hear me,
Yes.
T-Man? Okay. All right. I'm back.
Yes.
I'm going to stay right here.
Yes. All right. Rich, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Follow me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
I can hear you.
All right.
Here we go.
So let's get to the next topic. Aquatic, can you go on mute? It's kind of loud in your background.
Yeah, all right.
All right. So we go. Okay, everybody, thumbs up if you can hear me.
I can hear you, and I'm not on mute, so it must have not been.
I bet. No, it's good now. Whatever was going on, it's gone. But let's get to the next topic, man.
So you was echoing.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah, he got some on. He got some background sounds on his. All right, we're gonna go to the next topic. Man, can y'all hear that?
I can't hear nothing from that.
Boy, that's crazy.
I can't hear none of that.
All right, so look, ain't no sense in us trying to play the video. We're gonna talk about getting older, right?
Right.
So, Rich got some background sound.
That was me. I was turning it up on the pad to hear it. I'm off of it.
Man, you got a lot of background. Yeah, you gotta mute your mic because this is a lot of background. Sound like a fan or something. But discussions were getting older. So, can everybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Cool. So Don T was talking about a youngster was telling him, "My man, you know, we don't care about getting old. We don't care about getting old." And he was like, "Hey, man, well, you know." He was like, "You gotta get out the way. It's our turn now. You gotta get on out the way. We don't care about getting old." He was like, "Hey," then he said he didn't even make it to the next year. The youngster he was talking about. So the question I want to pose or discuss is about why do we have this? I don't know if it's a fear or apprehension. Now I don't even care if I'm asleep or not. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right, yeah, somebody keep man. But so the thing is, what is the issue with getting old? Why do we have this thing about I'm not getting old, or you know, I don't want to show that I'm getting older, or you know, why does the youth say we don't care about getting old? And even when we get older, we find ourselves not wanting to be classified as though you call I ain't no I ain't school. What's the issue with getting older?
Well, the issue is you're old. That's
What
it.
that mean?
That means that you got more behind you than in front of you. So you look at life different. You see what I'm trying to say? And the only thing that you know for sure was when you was younger, you was this kind of way. Being older in the body that you was young in, sometimes you get lost. And still think you're young, but you don't
Hey,
realize your
fellas,
body.
I'll be right back. Y'all keep it going. I'll be right back.
I think Rich,
I gotta take this phone call.
going on in that background. See, we're hearing a lot of background noise.
What are you hearing? Ain't nothing on.
Do you have both devices working? Do you have two devices going?
No.
What you on, your phone?
Yeah.
You on your earphones?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it is then, but yeah.
Y'all hear it?
We hearing it. You hear
You
it,
hear
TV?
it? Let me see.
And every time you push mute, it go away. So
It go away.
it's on your end.
Hey, I gotta take this phone call. I think it's my old man in California calling me. I'll be right back. All right.
Do you think? Do you think?
You hear
Let me
something now?
interject in the conversation then.
You hear something now?
Yeah, we still here, Rich.
What did you hear?
We can still hear it. So let me interject in the conversation. The problem with the old thing, and once again, I keep this at I always be able to push it over to the age thing, the age of everyone in the world that they grew up in, as far as what society is teaching us. And as I do that, guys, I recognize that society teaches us that, like one of the statements I just heard, it's time for us. It's our time now. Old people are done. See, this is such an ignorant way of thinking, and this is why I say I like to try to challenge the thinking of our community and our people, because it wasn't like when we were younger. You didn't look at elders as it's our time to come in. No, you waited until it was actually your turn. And what I mean by that was you probably was sitting back waiting for you to become a older man, a wiser man, so that you can now take over the realm. We didn't try to push older people out. We allowed them to be until they could no longer be before we took over. See, that's to me, and I guess I relate it to the time frames that people were born and all that there. But it's just a level of respect, to be really quite honest with you. It's just respect. Elders, older people are wiser. They've paved the way for you to be whatever it is you're going to be. And so if you're not doing that, if you're not paving the way as far as for an elder person, an older person is to pave the way for a youngster. So the youngster shouldn't look at it as they not, what's the word here? They older or nothing like that. They shouldn't look at it as that. They should look at it as they're wiser. And the mentality of the older man, as far as, let's say for me, or I ain't gonna speak for Rich because he has his own way of thinking, but he might really agree to what I'm saying here. But the older man, we look at it as you need to get to where we at. We made it. We made it this far for a reason. Wisdom, achievement, making better decisions. Yeah, we might have went through some rough patches in our time. Absolutely. Who didn't? But we still here. We still rocking. So we tell the youngster, get to where we at. Don't talk about how old I am and then think of it as I'm the bad person because I'm old. I made it here. Have you? Don Cheetah's video that TBN was trying to show you, where he said the young boy didn't make it. A year later, the young boy was gone. So that right there is a place in its own where it describes to you that if a person is older, you should respect that person. That person has done things that you have never yet to do, understood things that you have yet to understand, have achieved things and overcome things that may have hindered that person, and you have yet to even go through that. So to disrespect them because they have and you haven't, and you now don't even know how to deal with it or how to cope with it or how to, man, respect your elders, respect them. You should learn from them. Any older person I talk to, it is the utmost respect, because contrary to what it is they're saying, I can learn from them. Go ahead, Rich.
Well, you are 100% correct. But I'm going to say I got to take accountability. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Come on.
The accountability part of what I'm saying is them youngsters, when we hit them 90s, all the way up to the 2000s, and I'm going to say it again, that crack era made us lose more than money. It lost the respect because we seeing the uncles that had the good jobs and the dads, we selling crack to them now. We hustling. You know, they beneath us in our mind. So we don't have nobody to look up to but the wrong niggas, and they going to jail. Now, fast forward, look where we at, 2026.
Excuse me.
You know, we trying to, and they don't have nobody that they can look up to that they trust. So it's our fault. So that's what we doing here. We trying to build that bridge back. You know what I'm saying? I just said earlier, I'm not looking at the decisions. I'm looking at the choices they had. Them youngsters ain't had too many choices. Their mama raising them and they working. Ain't no daddy in the home. They don't trust no old. They don't know that. You know why we respected our elders? Because we saw Papa. Papa wasn't a dope thing. Papa worked, took care of business. He done this. Guess what? They Papa on pills, probably smoking Sherm. See, they fall for that else. Them niggas you see out there. So they ain't got no respect for no else. What that nigga could tell me. So it's our fault and responsibility. Now, the flip side, they ain't even looking for it because they don't even know what to look for. So when we tell them something good, they gonna reject it because they ain't never had it. If all you had was bad, when I give you something good, it tastes fun. Why you telling me this? You don't know me. Why you saying you love me and you want to see me do good? Nobody else did. So, we got a battle here. So like I say, they don't know how to praise they elders. It's been a thing in the black culture. We get away with our elders. As soon as you get old, they put you somewhere. They don't listen and try to gain the knowledge so we can keep going forward. That's how we got here. Go ahead, T-Man.
Hey, I got the video. I'm gonna play it right quick. It's a minute and some change, so we can hear what he was saying. Y'all cool with that?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right, babe. Here we go. I think we should be in business now. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
You bro, but us young niggas don't think about getting old. And he said that young nigga didn't even live the next year.
I ain't lying, bro.
Once one of them young niggas told me, he said, may he rest in peace, my boy BFG Strap. He said, Chief, he would talk, he from West Dallas, he was on his music shit, and he like, Chief, nigga, you old, nigga, this me now, it's on me now. I say, it's cool, I mean, I don't want what you want no more, you gotta reach where I'm at. You know what, Chief, I hear you, bro, but us young niggas don't think about getting old. And he said that young nigga didn't even live the next year. And me being a youngster who got older, who crossed that stage, and I'm like, damn, it feel good to be getting old. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just could imagine just dying young after having a little fun. It feel good to be able to say, y'all, nigga, I'm 30 this, I reached the, and when he told me that, I was like, dang, man. So I can just imagine how, and ain't gotta imagine, you just see it from the way they act.
I ain't lying.
Yeah, they don't got no.
And that's crazy to hear that, man, cause literally after that boy did die.
Yeah, he told me.
It was at the dice game he died.
Yeah, he told me, bro, he said, cause he was going off on me, nigga, you old, whoop, it's on me now, Chief.
Damn.
You right, it is on you, but you gotta realize I don't want what you want no more. Like, I had that. You gotta reach where I'm at now. That young nigga say, man, we don't think about getting old, Chief.
All right. So I don't know if y'all covered pretty much what he was saying, if y'all done, touched on them topics, but that was the video, so I didn't mean to interrupt you, Rich. You was flowing. You ain't going back, brother.
No, I was good. I was just saying that a lot of that fall on us, man. Because them youngsters, man, what happened is they don't have no role models that they see. You remember that was my biggest thing when we first started this journey. We don't have no leadership. We do. They don't look for it, but there ain't none in the hood, man. You know what I'm saying? Leadership got to come to the hood, man. That's what they looking for. They looking for somebody to say, all right, he one of us. He did. That's the only way they're going to follow it. They're not going to follow it if it's not homegrown. To see a nigga from somewhere else, that ain't inspiration. But to know a nigga came from around the corner from where you at and he doing good, yeah. And why they not trying to get old? Tell me some old niggas they see that they probably be like, damn, man, that old nigga got it going on. He living life. Every nigga they see old fucked up. So that's where I'm looking at it at. They don't have no inspiration, no what I'm getting old for. Everybody I see old shit, ain't got no job, they ain't shit going on. So what I want to get old for? You know what I'm saying? They ain't planning to buy no house. He talking about niggas who ain't trying to put that together to get nowhere to live. They gonna ride it out with their T. Jones. Nah, man, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have aspiration, dreams, and want something. You know what I'm saying? So,
but do you think every youngster has that? Like what they think now can change later down the line once they get older. See, that's the beauty of getting older. Maturity comes with that. So once you become mature, you start to get out of old things that you did. Let's be very transparent here. Each and every last one of us is. And this is what I said, TBN, when I was speaking. I don't know if you heard it, but each and every last one of us has a walk that we have walked through God's way, or whomever your God is. However you see it. But in my particular deal, God, I walk my walk with God. Like, this is the path He's taking me through. Some of them things that I went through on that path, it was tough, man. It was tough. I didn't understand how I got in it. I was a little depressed and all kind of things happened. But I overcame. And I'm still here today. See, that's the achievement that the older person has. There was also another video, and I just wanted to point this out. It was a guy talking. He was talking about how people that have been to jail and things like that, how a lot of those people now come in today's world, they got jobs, they got homes, they got nice cars, they got families, they have changed their world after making that mistake. That's an older man. He's no longer looking at the childish ways that he did things. He now been through some things, probably regretted some things because he had to lose something in order for him to have that level of regret. And now he's made some changes, and he's changed himself into a functionable person in this society. That's maturity, and maturity comes with age, wisdom. That's what comes with being older. The younger generation shouldn't hate the older people. You should learn. They are paving the way for you. They paved the way. All you got to do now is pay attention, learn, soak up the knowledge, and now make a better version of that by making a better version of yourself. Go ahead.
I'm going to say this. I've been working on something in my head, but I'm going to say it out loud. You're not a grown man unless if you're a disciplined man and you're a focused man, you're good. But if you're not that, you're not going to ever be a grown man until you can't say mama no more. Until you lose your mama, you still a boy. Until
you lose your what?
Your mother.
Now, some men don't need it. I'm saying the guys you see in the hoods like around, they still got mama. They not men yet. When you don't have that mama no more, you become real grown instantly because you ain't nobody's son no more. You ain't nobody's child no more. You a man. You by yourself. You the head of your family now. Losing your mother turned you more into a man than anything. I didn't know that. Because I was who I was, but I had that one cause of mama. That's comfortable.
Are you saying if your mother's still alive, you're not a man?
No.
I can't hear you that well.
If you are a disciplined man, a focused man, you good. I'm talking about the hood niggas you see that ain't doing shit, that's still bumping around at the stove, pants hanging. They still got mama. They still playing that son role. But when they lose mama and you ain't got nowhere to go, your life change. You become a man instantly. Bam, just like that. Because ain't nobody gonna love you like mama. Ain't nobody gonna put up with your shit like mama.
I disagree.
Ain't nobody gonna. Then listen. You can be a man without that. But these little boys out here, they still got mama. Mama still gonna say, mama still gonna let them in the house. I ain't got to get nowhere to stay. They'll tell the bitch in a minute, I'm going to my mama house. I go back to my mama house. When you don't have that, what you gonna do? When you don't have that, my homeboys that grew up with me that didn't have no mama at a young age, them niggas were growner than me. Way growner than me. They had a party. I had to catch in. You know what I'm saying? They had responsibility. They left home early. You know what I'm saying? You got them kind. They leave at 16, 17, make their way. 18. Make their way. But then you got the ones that don't want to leave, but want to be a menace out here. They still got mom. I'm just saying, losing your mother will grow you up a lot. If you're not a man, that will turn you into a man. Because you ain't got that you ain't nobody's son no more. You ain't got that.
I wanted to get my take, man, before we go swing back around to equality. Just a little small point I want to make. It's almost I don't know the word for it. It's like speaking out both sides of your neck. But on one end, people say, you know, they not like he said in the video, man. We not thinking about getting old, but they don't realize that every single time you trying to wake up the next day and not die, you are getting older. Now, maturing is a different thing. Maturing is totally different. How you approach life, but you getting older every time you go to sleep, wake back up the next day. You're trying to get older. You ain't trying to die. That means you're trying to keep living. If you keep living, you're getting older. Now, along the way, I think what's going on is that people say we're not thinking about getting old. What he really saying is we're not really thinking about changing our ways to have to take on added responsibilities or maturing or changing my behavior. That's really what people are saying. Because you do want to get older. You don't want to die. Nobody really wants to die. So they want to keep living. So that's what getting older is. You keep living. One day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna realize you're 40 something when you just was 20 something. So people like in their 20s, they don't realize, see that, and that's wisdom, man. So you go, that's like one of the gifts. When you're 20 years old, 10, 15 years is like a lifetime to you. You can't fathom 20 years because you've been only living 20. When you get 35, 40, 50, and 60, 20 years can blow by because you done experienced that already. So you understand how fast time goes. You can reflect on a whole lot in life. It's not a whole lot of self-reflection when your brain ain't even fully developed yet. You can't remember when you was 5, 6, and 7. But I can remember being 15 through 35. You know what I'm saying? I can pull them memories back easy. So getting older is something that just occurs as you keep living. But I'm maturing. That's a choice you got to make. That's when your decisions making got to change. I think that's what you're saying, Richard. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But well, I hear what you're saying. So if you could depend on your mama, you ain't maturing yet. So yeah, I part my slack. Partner, you say you disagree. So I want to hear what your take is on what Rich was saying.
Well, when we say the losing the mother thing or whatever, I mean, I understand the thought process there. And just so we can be all on the same page, Yogi always is going to participate from the show from via messages. So this was his message. He agreed with Rich wholeheartedly about the mother's comment. So when you lose your mother, that's when you become a man. See, I feel like that. Think about the people that didn't have their mother when their mother lost at birth or something like that. So now that young man was a man when he was a baby just because his mama was gone. I disagree. I disagree. That is absolutely insane. But now you can have your thought on it. But I'm just gonna say this here: losing your mother don't have anything to do with you wising up. Or is what you said, TBN, to a degree. It's a choice that you have to make to become wiser. But now let's just ultimately understand the whole era of life, man. If you make it to this day, you know something more than what you knew the next day or back in that day, right? So that's wise. Yeah. So now let's speak to this comment here that Yogi put. Some older people aren't wiser. Age doesn't equal wisdom, bro. Okay, you're right, Yogi. Age doesn't equal wisdom, but we have to be very transparent when you're listening. Don't take a statement and just hear the part that you want to hear from it. Listen to what's being said. What I'm basically saying is this. Yesterday, you didn't know this. Today, you know this. That don't have nothing to do with your mother dying, your this or that or anything else. All that has to do with this here. You are wiser than you were yesterday. And that's because you've made it to a different day. Each and every single day is an opportunity to learn something and become a better person. It's an opportunity. You have the choice to take that opportunity or let that opportunity pass. But when you let it pass, trust me, you're still learning then, because now you're understanding that I messed off a lot of time. I could have probably learned this a whole long time. These things will arrive in your mind if you make it. If you don't make it, then yeah, it sheds off. But if you make it, by the time you get to your 40s, you're going to be looking at you like, how many people said this? And I'm going to let you take it from here, Rich. How many people said this in their lifetime? If I knew what I knew, or if I knew what I know now when I was in my 20s, I'd be a rich man, or I'd be this, or I'd be that. That speaks to wisdom. That was wisdom. You have now matured from this age when you were back here to what you are now up here. You've matured. Regardless to what you think of it, you have matured. That's my slab, Rich. I'm on the side. Go ahead.
Listen. I hear you, I feel you, I understand. But you said the answer to what I said. I live to the point to where I don't have a mother. That's why I can tell you what I'm telling you. This ain't no made up for saying that you not grown before that. But you get real grown when you don't have that mama call. Especially if you mama baby boy. You never grow up. I'm 45. I was still mama baby boy. I'm baby boy. At 60, I be baby boy. See, that's a mentality. But when she left, I ain't nobody baby boy now. I'm pawpaw. I had to grow and become pawpaw. I went from my mama baby boy to pawpaw when she died. Just like that. Just like that. And I'm going to tell you, you can say losing a mother early. My two daughters the same age, not the oldest one, but the one that's born after her QT. She ain't had her mama since she was 4 years old. Listen, she done had her own shit since 18. She don't ask for nothing. She gets to get it because she didn't have a mama. She had to grow up. My other daughter went to college and everything. Smart, got the job, stay around. She got mama. She still, but the one without mama, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you.
Is she
When you don't have it,
you have to ask me nothing?
who?
Is the one that you saying that's mature, the one that lost her mother when she was 4 years old, that don't have to
She
ask?
found her way. She found her way.
She mature because she doesn't have to ask for anything?
She matured because she didn't have the mother. She didn't have the mother. See, the mother is a nurturer. The father is a teacher. I taught her how to survive and how to get it. And she got it at a young age. That I got it. I call you when I need help. I got it. And she got it. Her sister went to college, graduated, got the job, and still who she is. She got a podcast. But the other one, she was way growner, way early. It don't have nothing to do with boys and none of that. I'm talking about mentality on survival. I ain't got nobody. Her grandma was old. That was her mama. And she couldn't do nothing. She was old. She ended up taking care of her.
Hey, I hate to cut in, man. I got to cut in. We gotta get to the next topic, man, because we gotta keep the show rolling, man. We rolling behind today. Y'all trying to mess my record up, man. I know what's going on here, man. Y'all trying to mess my record up, man.
You brought some good ass topics. You didn't want us to talk 2 minutes.
Rich want to stay in the lead the whole time. You know what I'm saying, with his perfect attendance. You know, it's all good, though. I ain't gonna let him do that. We gonna roll to you next, though.
Yeah, come on to the Black Excellence. We gonna run this quick, so we can get to quiet. I'm ready. Hey. Y'all know what time it is. It's the Black Excellence part of the program where we talk about Black excellence, about us being who we are, the great people that we are. Because Black history is not February, it's everywhere. It's all the time, every time. And today, I'm going to highlight a young person, but it's more of a question that comes with it more than anything else. But I'm going to show you the video, and then I'm going to ask you a question. And then we'll go from there, and hopefully we'll have a couple of conversations and move on. You can play it.
All right, let's roll it.
Yes, sir.
Y'all tried it, white people? Even outnumbered, we still got on that ass. Yes, sir.
On the count of 3, 2, 1, go! Cheer them on, crowd. Who's gonna be the best handstander in the house? We got some great handstands going right now. We've definitely got some fierce competitors here on the floor. hold on, Flip. We gotta meet this young lady. What's your name?
Jade Watson.
Jade. You did not move. You been practicing?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Lil Star. Congratulations, Lil Star. You represent it. Yes, sir. Y'all tried it.
Say, fellas, listen, I don't know if that warmed y'all heart as much as it did mine, but listen, man, an old fella like me don't get that. Listen. My question to y'all is, what is black excellence to y'all? What do it look like? To me, that's black excellence. I saw the ancestors in her. I saw them will her to something that she didn't move. I'm not talking about that. She didn't move. Perfect posture. I'm just stuck right here. She proved to that whole audience of Caucasians that it's no matter what you do, I'm going to be right here. I ain't even moved. I wasn't that disciplined at this age. You know how much discipline and the ancestors was what? You couldn't tell me nothing. And when she came up, Jay was like, yeah, this ain't shit. We could have kept going. I loved it, man. I don't know about y'all, but that's black excellence to me. You don't have to invent nothing. You don't have to do nothing. You just have to. That's just it right there. Because you know, I'm talking about the energy was not about her. Because they like, who is this little girl? Let's find out. That's a gymnastic event. But yeah, we excel anywhere at any time. And I just want to highlight that and ask y'all, what do black excellence look like to y'all? Because that's what it looked like to me. So y'all go.
I thought,
Go ahead.
Okay. I thought the young lady did a remarkable job. Clearly, she has been training, and here it is where you've seen the training pay off. I look at that as, anything that black people do is excellent to me as long as we're doing it for the right reason. So everything is black excellence. I feel like what we do here on this podcast, because we try to help our community, black excellence. T-Ben's enterprise, what he's doing with his enterprise and things of that nature, black excellence. I love the hat, by the way, T-Ben. Love the hat. Yeah, Rick, what you do with your player to player, pimp to pimp, black excellence. Yogi, out there working hard and across the world, dedication to a show and doing black excellence. You see what I'm saying? Everybody is black excellence, because in a world where it's not made for us, it's not built for us, it's not meant for us to succeed. We got all the things against us. It's just not made. It's not made for us to thrive in. We continue to thrive. That's black excellence in itself. We continue to thrive. And here it is. This young lady has taken gymnastics, if you will. That's what I'm gonna call what she just did. Gymnastics. You saw another young lady, of course, from Houston. So shout out to Gabby Williams, and
Simone Biles.
And Simone Biles, right. Pave the way for a young lady like this to be able to shine on that stage at that moment. And now, because she shined there, who knows where she can take it to. Now she might work harder to get to where Simone Biles and Gabby and all them are at. So you see what I'm saying? It's like the way was paved through someone else that was older than them. And now she's a young pup coming up in the footsteps of these young ladies. And trust me, man, when you get to talk, let's say that the two of them get together and they get to talking, there are things she's going to tell her, hey, don't turn that way. Hey, don't do it this way. Hey, when you make your stand, handle it with the poise and the posture. See, those things right there, she probably didn't know that at first, but it took someone to pave the way to actually learn how to be a winner. Now I'm finna teach this youngster how to be a winner. I love that right there. That's black excellence right there in itself. That's my
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
T-Ben, what you got to say, bro?
Yeah, I think black excellence for me is it's a lot of things. And to be honest, black excellence to me is not necessarily rooted in competition. For me, it's a lot of different things. It's, cooperation, not only cooperation but innovation. I think that pushing the culture forward is Black excellence. Um, I think just generally offering something to the world that people can appreciate. You know, that's us being excellent. And the reason that I don't root it in competition is because in competition you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. And when we lose, I don't want it to always be a representation, or I don't want it to be contingent on how we feel as a people. Or when somebody beats us, we feel like we done lost something. You know, I think that, you know, as far as competition is concerned, like I said, you win some, you lose some, but you keep going. But to me, like I say, cohesion, cooperation, um, us being able to express ourselves, you know, being in a manner to which we don't have to feel threatened over it. You know, it's things like that. Us being innovative and always trying to find better ways to do things that we already do. To me, that's Black excellence right there. So it's just more of a quality thing, not necessarily rooted in like competition on how well we can perform. You know what I mean? Like it's great that we can do what we do, and you know we do everything, a lot of stuff well, and in most cases better than others. But like I say, to me, if we're gonna and I mean not nobody here, but in general as a people, if our Black excellence is rooted in us competing against other groups of people, it becomes more of a it puts too much pressure on our emotions. You know what I'm saying? We don't ever want to lose. When we lose, you know, it's like we just took a hit as a people, you know, and it's like it ain't that serious. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gotta be like that. So that's how I would define it. It's a lot of stuff that I probably hadn't named, but that's how I view Black excellence, just in the sense of the things that I mentioned before. And I part my slab, man.
Okay, okay, that was good, man. You know, like I said, everybody, there's no wrong answer there, and it's not an answer. It's just an opinion, and I love all of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I agree with it. It's not rooted in competition. It's rooted in us being the best at what we do. The pride we have as a people in what we do. You know what I'm saying? Even if we fall short, it don't matter. It ain't competition. We did the best we could. You know, try again next time. But yeah, I like that, man. You know, and the thing about it is, we should stop striving to be the best. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's just what it is. We rooted in that. You know what I'm trying to say? It's bad, but it is what it is. You know, think about it. The world against Joy, such and such. We rooted in that, man, in Black excellence. But like you said, we need to get that out and focus on more unity and not our competition what makes you great. You know. So you right, yeah, yeah, yeah. And like you said, like us trying to help, even with the card, you know, you can do that how you want. You know, we trying to help from somebody excel farther than us. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna walk like that because I know we ain't got too much. So let me get out of that. There you go, T-Ben.
All right, quality.
Let
What
me
you
say
got?
real quick, T Ben. I just wanted to let you know that I wholeheartedly agree with what you just said, man. As far as the competitional part of it, you know, and the way sometimes because her competitor just happened to be a different color from her, or a white girl, Indian girl, Chinese girl, it's never really about that. And you're right. If she lost, now what would the narrative be? You see what I'm saying? So I
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
completely agree with you. I don't think you couldn't have said it no better right there with that. So I'm all with you on that.
Yes, sir, man. All right, brother. You up next, man. Let's get it rolling, man. Let's go and roll the intro. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, it shocked me too.
Somebody
Hey,
All right.
you're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe this. That song you got, I got an intro video to my TV Enterprises, and I got that same song, bro. I like that song right there. I like that.
Great
I
mind.
like that. Hey man, I like that. But I ain't mean to cut into intro. Man. I had to say that though. Go ahead, brother. The
Oh,
floor is yours.
absolutely. Look. Y'all know me, man. First things first. I love my co my co-panelists here. my crew. I love each and every last one of y'all. So even when this for you, T-Ben, it's a shout out. Hear me out, Rich. Hear me out. Even when the haters try to put you behind, T-Ben, I got your back. That's why we in the back. That's why I'm at the back. I got your back. So here we go, y'all. Listen to me closely and listen real good. First thing first, I'm gonna say this here. I'm gonna hop into some real interesting things about the relationship dynamic. And when I do this here, I really want y'all to know that it is for the betterment of us, not to separate us, not to call us out and all that there. But sometimes you got to hear what you got to hear. The truth hurt, guys. It really does. I'll be goddamn. So anyway, the truth hurts, guys. So naturally, when I make this this next segment that we hopping into, which I'm letting you know now, this is an official cliffhanger. So we will be jumping into this conversation next week. We will not talk about it this week, but I'm gonna play these 2 videos for y'all, and I want y'all to get y'all engines all juiced up, and I need y'all to have y'all conversations and dialogues together because this means something. To every woman out there, my black queens, whatever race you are, whatever woman you are, understand this. If you want that perfect king, you have to be the example of what you want. You have to be that example. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and do this here. Let me see. Push this over there. I will play this first video for y'all. Take a look.
Y'all wanted to know how I wear leggings to the gym. First of all, we have a home gym. But second of all, I cover up the Duke. I cover the shelf and I cover the front. Easy peasy. I can still do all my squats. Woo! And I'm still covering up the curves that I don't need to be showing to the world. That's just for my husband. Y'all want?
Okay, guys, that's the first one. I like that. That young lady, by the way, she's married. Her and her husband do content online like this. Oh man, it's so amazing. I put it in the chat for y'all too, so y'all get a chance, go look through it. But check this one out.
How you dress shows how much you respect yourself, and if you don't respect yourself, you're definitely not going to respect your spouse. Whenever I step outside of my house, I am a representation of not only my husband, but my children and God. So I want to make sure that my attire, the words flowing out of my mouth, my countenance, does not bring shame to my household, does not embarrass my children, and that I'm not presented in such a lustful manner that might contribute to causing someone else to sin, another brother in Christ to stumble. Your children are looking up to you. How you dress is how they're going to dress. You got your stomach out, they're going to have their stomach out. You see no issue with your cheeks being out, they're not going to see an issue with your cheeks being out. You walk into the grocery store, this bar is on full display for every man in the store. How does that make your husband look? How you dress shows how much you respect yourself.
Yes. Yes.
Hold on, Rich. That's a cliffhanger. That's next week.
Why?
Yeah, that's cliffhanger.
Man,
I like it.
We 1
we're
minute.
gonna start with you next week, though.
Rich,
We'll start with you.
we're 1 minute from the end of the show, Rich. We don't have time.
No, I'm saying we'll start with you next week at the beginning.
No, it's Yogi spot. We good. Don't worry about it. I just want y'all. That dialogue right now is on your mind. Bring me that energy next week. Bring me that energy next week. I want it, y'all. I want it. Hey, Yogi. I know you out there. Bring that energy next week. I want to hear it.
What about the video? Think about something you said in 1 minute. You said she needs to be what you need, what she wants you to be. I thought the man was the example. We'll talk about that next week.
There we go. Like I say, bring it next week. Let's see what come out of that.
You heard me say that.
Hey, so look,
okay.
I appreciate NAT Silent E, aka Quality, get me out of here on time with my perfect score. I sure appreciate that because even though I really can't say it's a perfect score because we didn't get around to your topic, so I got to do better on my next time out. So I'm gonna do better.
Nah,
we got I'm a perfectionist at some time, but. Great show though, fellas. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. H-Town Bayou City Podcast, number 36. We ain't got Big Yogi here to take us out. So I don't know if we are gonna do what we supposed to do. Repeat what Yogi say, or I think we should go ahead and you know, gonna get our regular outro from the north to the south, to the east to the west. H-Town Bayou City, baby. Y'all know who doing the best.
Yeah.
Yogi in here, so I gotta kind of fill in. I can't do it like Yogi, but I'm gonna do a little something. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you doing the push-ups? You know you
That
got
good.
it.
That good right there, baby.
Say, we're gonna do a shirtless one for the calendar for the women. Yeah.
Till next week. Hey, don't forget to catch the kicking back with. You gonna introduce your own show. Let me let you
Hey
do
man,
that. Go ahead, brother.
listen. In a couple of days, Friday, me and Big Yogi will be doing the kicking back. We did it Saturday last week because we missed Friday, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That Saturday at 8:30 felt real good, man. I'm not lying. I like that time. We might, we might have to have a huddle and talk about it. But yeah, that was good. We was in there by 8:30, by 8 something, and out of there by 9 on a Saturday. That was pretty tight. So but yeah, we'll be there for the kicking back. Go ahead, Quality. What's going on Sunday? I got my homework. I got my quarterback. I'm ready. Let me tell you right now, I'm ready.
Bro. We do the hustle report every Sunday at about 9:30. Please tune in. Be me, Bam, Prophet, and most of the times, rich Uncle Penny Bags will come in and kick that shit that he do. Yes, indeed. Him and Yogi love to come in and start. They love talking sports with us, and we love having them on. So, man, tune in this Sunday once again, 9:30. The hustle report. We talk sports.
Hey,
I like it.
gonna kick in there for San Francisco soon as September the 2nd. After the game, he's gonna be ready. I'm telling you, he's gonna come to that. He got to represent for the 49. I'm still down. He made me a 49. I can't jump off right now. I'm still here with him. I said it, so I got to stick to my commitment. So he's gonna come talk 49. Yeah.
You just signed the paperwork already, so we ain't gotta go down that road no more.
He already there.
Yeah, you already signed the paperwork, homeboy.
I'm locked in. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch y'all later next week. Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for joining the H-Town Bayou City podcast. Be sure to like, share, and follow, and we'll catch you on the next episode.